Hello friends, thank you for joining me today. It is Tuesday the 28th of October. Let's do yoga, shall we? Let's start on your mat in your Tadasana, in your mountain pose, and we're gonna roll our shoulders back and down. Hands come down, fingertips reaching towards the floor. Our palms are facing the wall in front of you. Neck is reaching to the ceiling. And let's just take 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in and deep exhale. Make your exhale longer than your inhale. 2 more times. I'm going to grab my earbuds while you do your breathing. Ay, ay, ay. There we are. That sound is better. Apologies for that. 1 more deep breath in and big exhale. Let's bring that right ear to that right shoulder. And up. Bring that left ear to that left shoulder. And up. Let's bring our arms out to the side, nice and long. Turn those palms up toward the ceiling. And now bring that right ear to that right shoulder. And up. And left ear to that left shoulder. And down. Let's do a big breath in. Arms come over your head. And let's crescent over to the right. Get a nice stretch in that left side. As you're here in your crescent and you're breathing warm up, maybe do a quick body scan, mind scan. See where you might have any sticky spots. While we're doing our deep breathing today, send your breath into those sticky spots. Inhale, nice long exhale. Let's bring that right foot forward. Bring our weight equally between both of our feet. Roll those hips under slightly. Shoulders come back and down. Fingertips are reaching to the floor. Chin is tucked. Head is reaching toward the ceiling. Big inhale, and on our exhale, open our shoulders to the right. Keep those fingertips reaching towards the floor. And exhale around to front. Bring that right leg behind you so your left leg is in front. Center your hips, tuck them under. Shoulders come back and down. Fingertips reach for the floor. Chin is tucked. Big inhale, and on your exhale, open those shoulders to the left. And around to front. Shake it out. Let's do a gentle twist here. Side to side. Let the movement happen gently and gradually. And come around to front. And let's do some cat and cow here. Moving our arms with our back. Hunching and opening that chest. Keep those arms moving with. And sink your breath. Maybe on this exhale, you send those hips back, shoulders come down. We get a nice forward bend here. Maybe you sway back and forth, grab your elbows, get a nice stretch here. Big inhale. On your exhale, send those hips down. Flat, back comes flat, shoulders come up, and we're standing. Let's come to the front of our mat one more time. We're going to start in our Tadasana here. Feet are underneath of our hips, stacked, shoulders are on top of our hips, rib cage is centered, chin is tucked, top of our head is reaching the ceiling, fingertips are coming to the floor. Big inhale, arms come up, hips come forward slightly, arms open to the ceiling. On your exhale, come down into your forward bend. Big inhale here. On your exhale, palms find your shins, back comes flat, chin stays tucked, nose is reaching towards the floor. Big inhale, exhale, come down, bend those knees, back comes flat, hands come up, and we're in our chair. Keep a nice neutral spine here. Turn those hips under. Top of your arms are up by your ears. Big inhale. On your exhale, hands come to heart center. Big inhale here. On your exhale, right foot comes back. Arms come up by your ears. We're in our warrior pose here. Hips are facing the front, shoulders are facing the front, left leg is bent, your knee is over top of your ankle, hip is still rolled under here. Big inhale. On your exhale, pivot that right foot so that it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Left knee is still over top of your ankle. Hands come down, parallel to the floor. Big inhale. Nice long exhale. Big inhale. On your exhale, left leg comes straight. Left hand finds your left shin. Right hand reaches to the ceiling. We're in our Trikonasana here. And in this position, let's stack our right wrist over top of our right shoulder, and left hand. Big inhale. If you're feeling fancy, you can reach that left hand closer to the mat. Keep your joints stacked, your arms stacked. Big inhale. On your exhale, torso comes up. Feet pivot to a 45-degree angle facing the corners of your mat. Hands are parallel to the floor. Big inhale. On your exhale, knees bend. Slide over to top of your feet. Shoulders stay nice and high. Hips are tucked. Elbows bend to 90 degrees. And we're in our goddess pose here. Big inhale. On your exhale, sink a little lower. And while we're in our goddess position here, think about a time maybe when you made a bad choice. Not very fun to think about. Big inhale. Exhale a little lower. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, right hand finds your right shin. Left foot pivots slightly so it's parallel with the short edge of your mat rather. Right hand finds your shin, left hand reaches for the ceiling, and we've got a nice stacked position for our Trikonasana here. Big inhale. On your exhale, slide that right hand closer to the floor. Keep your left hand reaching to the ceiling and look up at your left hand. Big inhale. On your exhale, torso comes up, hands come parallel to the floor. Right knee slides over top of your right ankle, and we're in our warrior two here. Exhale, sink a little lower. Big inhale. On your exhale, left hand swings down and then back up by your ears. Left foot pivots so it's parallel with the long edge of your mat. Your weight comes over your right heel and the ball of your left foot. Hips stay tucked under. Arms are nice and high up by your ears. Big inhale here. On your exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, sink a little lower. On your inhale, shoulders come over top of your knee, left leg bends and press up into a modified chair. Hands come down towards the mat. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. Hands come towards the mat. Shoulders are nice and tall, but there's a straight line between your shoulders and your hips. Bring those hips under just a little to guard the arch in your back. Sink a little lower. Big inhale. On your exhale, come up into your Tadasana. Shake it out. Nicely done. You did it. We're going to come back to the front of our mat. Big inhale. Arms come over our head. Nice luxurious stretch. Hips come forward. Tighten that tummy. Shoulders open to the corner of the ceiling. And exhale. Send it down into your forward bend. Let's take a minute to enjoy this forward bend. Head releases to the floor, neck relaxes. Maybe you wiggle. Maybe you grab your elbows. And inhale, hands find your shins. Exhale, spine comes nice and long. We're looking at the floor, chin is tucked. Top of our head is reaching towards the wall in front of you. Big inhale. On your exhale, maybe you alternate bending your knees. Big inhale. On your exhale, hands find the mat, feet find plank. If you want to stay in a high plank, you're welcome. If you want to bring your knees down to the mat, you're welcome to do that too. Big inhale here. Maybe you rock forward and back on your toes. And Chaturanga Dandasana, or bring your knees to the mat, lower down. Forehead is on the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, shoulders come off the mat into your baby cobra. We're looking at the front edge of our mat. Inhale, exhale, press up into your downward dog. Let's pedal our feet here. Maybe your ankles fall to the right, your hips fall to the right. Back up to center, big inhale. Exhale, ankles fall to the left. Inhale, back to center, knees find the mat. Knees find the edge of the mat, toes come together, hands come nice and long. Big exhale. Inhale, let's come up to our tabletop. And let's do a round of cat and cow here. Inhale, look at those knees, send your back towards the ceiling. Exhale, belly comes towards the floor. We're looking at the front edge of our mat. Inhale, back comes up. Exhale, belly comes down. Inhale, back comes up. Exhale, back, belly comes down. And let's come to neutral here. And in our neutral position, let's make sure our knees are directly underneath of our hips. Our hands are directly underneath of our shoulders. Extend that right leg behind you. Extend that left leg, arm forward rather. And we've got an extended tabletop here. Reach the heel of your right leg to the wall behind you. Left hand reaches for the wall in front. Spine stays neutral here. Big inhale. Exhale, come down. Cat and cow. And back to neutral. Send that left knee back. Left leg back. Right hand comes forward. We're reaching the opposite corners of the room. Deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Our meditation for today: trust in the Lord and do good, dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Inhale, come down, knees find the edge of the mat, toes come together, hips come back, hands come forward, and we're in our child's pose. Inhale, back up to tabletop. Exhale, both feet come long. We're going to come into our plank here. You're welcome to do a nice high plank here or do a low plank with your knees on the floor. What works for you. We're going to move from our normal plank to our side plank. So take a nice deep breath here. Make sure that your hips are in line between your shoulders and your knees. Big inhale, and on your exhale, rotate those hips, rotate those feet and those knees. Bring that right hand up to the ceiling, and we're in our side plank here. Make sure when you're in your side plank that we've got a nice stack in our hands and shoulders. And then take a minute to notice the position of your hips. We want them to be in a nice straight line. between our knees and our shoulders. Our breathing is quiet and relaxed here. And exhale, hands find the mat, feet find the mat, knees find the edge of the mat, toes come together, hips come down over your ankles, hands come nice and long. And if you'd like to give your shoulders a break here for a minute before we switch sides, you can bring your knees in just a little. Forehead comes back to the floor and our hands come long behind us. Big inhale. As we consider here what it means to befriend faithfulness. And an inhale, back up to tabletop. Wrists come underneath of your elbows. Feet come long behind you, back up into our high plank or our low plank as you wish. Big inhale. On your exhale, heels roll to the right, knees, hips, and your left arm comes high, reaches to the ceiling. I'm demonstrating the opposite so I can face the camera, but you'll be with your right hand on the mat, left arm in the air. Make sure you've got a nice stack in your wrist, your shoulder and your wrist. Our hips are in line straight between our shoulders and our knees and our ankles. Our breathing is quiet and relaxed. One more inhale and exhale. Hands find the mat. Knees find the mat. Knees stay hip width apart. Hips come down over top of your ankles. Forehead finds the floor. And hands come long behind you. This might be my new favorite pose, y'all. 2 more deep breaths. And inhale, back up to your tabletop. Palms find the mat, knees find the mat. Let's turn over. Hips find the mat, feet come out in front of us. Nice and long, we're in our staff pose here. Legs are long in front of us. We're equally on both of our sit bones. Our shoulders are stacked on top of our hips. We're going to take a deep breath in and bring that left foot over top of your right knee. Take those thumbs and rub the ball of your foot, the arch of your foot. Work that transverse arch, open and closed. Circle those toes, circle those ankles. Pinch down the outside of your foot. Pinch that heel. Hug that knee to your chest. Plant the sole of your foot on the outside of your right leg. Spine comes nice and long. Left arm comes up. Right arm comes by your right hip. And oops, I got that wrong. I apologize. Right arm comes up. Left arm comes by your hip. Bring that right elbow to your left knee. Sit up nice and tall on your inhale. On your exhale, open those shoulders to your left. And around to the front. Left leg comes nice and long. Shake out those knees. Right foot comes over top of your left knee. Bring those thumbs into the arch of your right foot. Give them a good rub. Rub the ball of your right foot. Nice amount of pressure here. Circle those toes. Circle those ankles. Pinch down the outside of that foot. Pinch that heel. Hug that right knee to your chest. Plant the sole of that foot on the floor outside your left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Right hand comes by your right hip. Left arm comes up. Left elbow meets your right knee. Sit up nice and tall on the inhale. On the exhale, open your shoulders to the right. And back around to front. Hug those knees to your chest. Rock back onto your back. Rock right and left to give your low back a little bit of a massage. And when you're ready, you can bring your legs long down the mat. Relax your feet. Maybe they fall open. Big inhale. On your exhale, release those shoulders into the mat. Release that neck into the mat. Arms relax. Gaze comes inward as we consider what the Lord says about befriending faithfulness. Start to wiggle those fingers and toes. Roll those wrists and ankles. Wiggle those knees and elbows. Roll over onto one side. Rest here for a beat. Big inhale. On your exhale, press up into your seated position. Stack those shoulders over top of your hips. Inhale, hands come to heart center. May the light of the living God bless you and keep you today, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow.